Follow the Women was started 15 years ago, 16 years ago, and it was because of my visits to Palestine, where I saw injustice. I went to Palestine, and it wasn't what I'd read in the newspapers about Palestine. People say maybe it was propaganda. It wasn't propaganda. It was what I experienced myself. Nobody told me not to trust Israel. Nobody told me that. It was my own experience that got me to where I am today. I feel now I can talk about Palestine quite freely. And sometimes in past Follow the Women events, I was told I couldn't talk about Palestine because it was anti-Semitic. I'm not anti-Semitic, actually. I'm against the Israeli regime. I'm against the Israeli government because what they're doing to Palestinians and what they did here in the south of Lebanon. I remember the war 2006 in Lebanon because we'd already formed Follow the Women, and we had Follow the Women actually helping people down in the south here. They were really involved in this war. They didn't just look at it on the television as I did. They were involved, they did something. In the invasion of Gaza, our Jordanian team, we had a big Jordanian team. Those Jordanians worked morning, noon and night packing medical kits, which we got donated to us. They had thousands of medical kits, which we made sure that we took to Gaza. We had a way of doing it at that time. So I feel very involved in where I am today. Recently, I had to do an interview for German television. It was actually about Syria, but in my research I was doing about Syria and listening to the speeches of President Assad and listening to the speeches of various politicians in America and in the UK. On YouTube, I also found the speeches of Hassan Nasrallah. I recommend you to look at YouTube and listen to the speeches of Hassan Nasrallah because they make so much sense. A brilliant strategic thinker. So it's sort of with sadness but also with joy that I'm standing here because I know so many of you. So far we've had a wonderful time. We've been welcomed. We're going to tell everybody about Lebanon, and we're going to tell our friends, our family, the media, everybody about our really positive experiences here. We've had a lot of fun, but there's also a serious side of Follow the Women, which is really why you should be here. Not just to have, you know, a good time on a bike. If I thought, as I said before, if I thought we were just coming to have a good time on a bike, I wouldn't come. I wouldn't choose to nearly kill myself to organise things. I would just get on my bike and be here. But it's a serious message. And I think if only 10% of you, which is only 12 people, if 10% of you are inspired to do something and tell people about the real situation in Lebanon and what you've experienced and talking to the Palestinian team, talk to the Lebanese. I've heard Jawad say a lot this week and I'm in awe when he speaks. I really respect what he says. So if only 12 of you, 10% of you, of this group are inspired to do something, then it's been worth it. And thank you, Jawad, because you made this possible. So I feel I want to say loads more, because I feel Follow the Women was also shared your pain, actually. And I think we also shared the pain of many people in Gaza. And I think we also still share the pain of Palestine, which is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And the settlements are growing, and that great big wall is established, and the checkpoints are like cities. And this is what the Palestinians live with every day. I just so admire them for actually, well, they have no choice but to put up with it, but their resilience is amazing. I don't know as I'd ever have the strength, but I've got the strength certainly to talk about it and support them. And I'd really like every one of you to be with me. Thank you.